Hey everyone, welcome to Cover to Cover. The book I want to recommend today is the 2005 Gold Medallion Award winner for Christianity and Society. In other words, the Gold Medallion winner is basically, kind of like the Oscars. You have best comedy, best, action movie, whatever kind of thing, and they have a winner in each one of those. This is the book that won it in 2005 in Christianity and Society. I cannot tell you how impactful this book has been so quickly over the last 15 years. I've had to read this probably 3 times for school, and I've read it about 2 other times just for my pleasure, because it is so impactful and it is so rich. The book is Nancy Pearcey's Total Truth, Liberating Christianity from Its Cultural Captivity. The book is absolutely rich and it's absolutely phenomenal. Any believer who is wanting to know more about who we are as a society and how we've structured our society in a certain way, how we play with people, what is truth, what do we understood as absolute truth versus subjective truth, all of those things are in this. Now that sounds really heavy, and it can be, but the way she writes is so accessible for everyone that it's really difficult to put it down. And you're reading this, and it's one of those books you read and go, why haven't I thought of that before? Why didn't I think about that before? It's when people ask me, what are some of the top 3 Christian books that you would recommend for anybody who's interested in going deeper with their faith? Most of the time I recommend Desiring God by John Piper and C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity. And honestly, this is my 3rd. Okay? It's an amazing book. And it's not a small book, as you can see. It's pretty dense, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it for anybody who wants to think more clearly, have a better understanding of why we believe what we do and why we function as we do as a society, because we are made in the image of God. And I cannot tell you the impact that it's made on my life. And it will make a huge impact on yours if you read it. She covers so many topics, from family to education to government, again, to how we structure society, how we think and how we feel is all covered there in a very clear, straightforward, systematic way. And that is accessible and readable. And even though it's huge, you don't want to put it down. But you want to read it more than once, because you read it the first time and you think, man, that was great. But it was like drinking from a fire hose. It takes about 3 readings of this just to really process the whole thing. And it's worth any Christian who is serious about their faith to take the time and plod through it and read it. And not just read it once, but like most great books, read it multiple times and just let it work on you and in you. And I think after you read it a couple times, you'll find out that it's not only good, but it was well worth your time. And you'll find yourself talking about it to other people. You're not going to believe what I read in this book. It's one of those types of books. It's more than worth your time. And if you are taking your time during this pandemic to be productive in reading and thinking and growing in those ways, do it. Read it. It's good stuff. You will not regret reading Total Truth. In fact, you won't regret reading Total Truth more than 3 times. It's that good, and you need to read it. And this has been Pastor Stephen with Cover to Cover. I hope these are beneficial to you, and I hope you're growing. Know that I'm praying for you, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.